What is going on, everybody? Super Geek for Life here once again, bringing you guys my divisional picks for the playoffs. I was an 0 for last week, 0 for 4, although it really should have been at least one win for me. Thanks a lot, Fantasy, on that. I gotta say, the wild card weekend, aside from Cincinnati and San Diego game, was pretty good. A lot of good finishes. I wouldn't say good finishes, but a lot of good, tight, close games. Even Cincinnati and San Diego at one point was pretty close, but Cincinnati just choked it up and whatever. That being said, getting right into the picks for this week. This week's divisional playoff games: New Orleans at Seattle. The early Saturday game, 4:30-ish on Fox. Seattle already beat New Orleans early this year at Seattle pretty convincingly. I like Seattle to win. The game will be closer this time around because I think New Orleans will make the adjustments to the crowd. It'll be a close game throughout. I'm looking at a 28-21 score between the Seattle Seahawks and New Orleans Saints. I think offensively, the Saints might make some adjustments as far as because remember in the first game, Breeze couldn't throw the football. He just couldn't. You couldn't get enough time in the pocket to give her the football to his playmakers. I think they will make the adjustments. I think they'll make a more conscious effort to get Darren Sproles the football in space, whether it be screens, whether it be him flanking out wide as wide receiver, whatever. Getting the ball in his hands in space will be key, and if they can do that, they'll have a chance. They'll have a chance to really give this defense of Seattle's a major problem all game long. But I think offensively for Seattle, I think they will handle New Orleans pretty well, even though I think New Orleans defensively being able to blitz the quarterback and be aggressive, because Rob Ryan loves to be aggressive. I think they'll take advantage of that aggressiveness and put some points up. I'm looking at a 28-21 score for the Seattle-New Orleans game. I think Seattle will advance to the NFC title game and host it next week. Indianapolis at New England, which is the Saturday night game, late Saturday night game. I like New England coming off a bye in a wild card. Indianapolis coming off a crazy game, crazy finish, crazy everything last week against Kansas City. I don't want to put their comeback as better than Houston. No, Buffalo's comeback against Houston, but it's up there. It's pretty close to being the best comeback ever in a playoff game in NFL history. But Andrew Luck, T.Y. Hilton just went all kinds of stupid last week. Like, he had over 200 receptions and 3 touchdowns, 200 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. I think he's out of control. In order for Indianapolis to win this game, they have to establish a running game. Sherman Richardson ain't doing that, so it's going to be up to Donald Brown to do that, and I don't think they'll be able to control the clock and keep Tom Brady off the field. So I like the Patriots to beat them, not convincingly, because I think the Colts are too good of a team to be beaten like that, but I think the Colts will keep it close for about 2.5 quarters, and then the Patriots will pull away late in the game. I'm looking at maybe a 31-17 type of score in that one. Patriots advancing to the AFC title game. On to the Sunday game. San Francisco at Carolina, which is the 1 o'clock game on Fox. This game really concerns me. Because Carolina, Cam Newton made his first start. Will he make the stage bigger than what it is? Although it's a playoff game, it's supposed to be a big stage, but will he be trying to do too much, trying to make big plays when there's nothing there? And this is not the defense to be taking chances against. This is a defense that is physical, very opportunistic, and they will make you pay if you try to take too many chances. And you got, don't they have like all 4 of the linebackers or 3 of them all pro? I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, that's something we haven't seen since like the Bears from '85 or the Steelers in the mid-'70s. It's absolutely incredible how good that defense is. That front 7 specifically is for San Francisco. It's incredible. For Carolina, their defense is pretty good too. I think this will be a low-scoring game, much like it kind of was last week with San Francisco and Green Bay. So, as far as the winner, I like San Francisco. I think Carolina will get too much. I think they'll try to make too many big plays and it'll wind up costing them. I'm going with a score of 20-17, San Francisco over Carolina, which will then set up a San Francisco-Seattle NFC title game, which I think will be pretty cool. And on to the late game, Sunday between San Diego at Denver. San Diego had the most impressive win out of all the teams last week. Now, obviously, because the score sometimes will indicate that, but I'm talking about being physical up front on the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football. They ran it 40 times for almost 200 yards down the throats of one of the best defensive fronts in football in the Cincinnati Bengals. I was really impressed with how that offensive line played. Philip Rivers, stat-wise, didn't do much, but he didn't have to do much because that running game did the whole work. And defensively, they're not a well-known bunch, but they just get the job done. And for them to have a chance against Denver this time around, although they did beat them at Denver earlier this year, they'll have to do the same thing and establish control over the line of scrimmage and dominate time of possession like they did last week, run the ball well, keep Peyton Manning on the sidelines, but I don't think they'll be able to do that. I don't think they'll be able to control the line of scrimmage like they did against Cincinnati. I think Denver will get enough opportunities to score, and I think Manning will just do what he does best, which is throw TDs all over the place to Julius Thomas, Demaryius Thomas, Eric Decker, Wes Welker, who they're getting back from a concussion. I think this is their time to really take a step forward and go to the promised land. Reach the AFC title game, play New England, hopefully beat New England, and get to the Super Bowl and maybe win that. So I'll go with Denver to win. Can San Diego pull off the upset again? Yes. Will it happen? I don't think so. As for a score, maybe since it's a divisional game, San Diego will keep it close. I like them 28-20. Those are my picks. Hopefully you enjoyed. Until next time, Super Yankee for life. Signing off. Peace.